Hi friends, it's Deanna here today, and you have a dress that you love, but there's just one downside. It has no pockets. It does, however, have a side seam. On this video, I'm going to show you how you can add pockets to any dress with a side seam. Let's do it together. All right, we're ready. Now, the first thing we're gonna do is I grab my dress and I put it on inside out because I wanna figure out where I wanna put my pocket at. Since I'm not going by a pattern piece where I'm marking where am I gonna put my pocket, this is just a random dress that I had already made and I didn't add pockets to it. I don't know why. So I'm gonna go ahead and just figure out where I want them. So, do you want your pockets all the way down at the bottom? Do you want your pockets by your armpits? Probably not. Maybe, I don't know. That's your business. But wherever you want your pocket to be, you're gonna place your marker. So I used a little pin or clip, whatever you wanna use, to place my marker. And if you want to, you can go ahead and measure, make sure that they're both leveled, so they're both on the same, in the same spot, both pockets. But this is kind of where I want my pockets. Looks like a good spot. We'll see. Hopefully it's a good spot. All right, now here is my pin, my clip, where I marked where I want my pocket. This is my side seam. I will need a seam ripper or just little scissors to clip off, open that side seam up. Seam rippers work great for that. But if you don't have one, like I said, you can just clip it open. I need a pattern piece for a pocket. So either you can grab one of our pattern pieces or we have different dresses and stuff on Ellie and Mac that have, that come with pockets. So you can use that pattern piece, or you can just use your hand and create a pattern piece by outlining your hand and cutting around it to create that piece. So first off, we're gonna go ahead and take off this seam allowance, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take enough off starting where I put my pin all the way down to the end of my pocket. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm leaving myself a little bit of wiggle room, and that's what I'm going to take off right there. To remove a serged seam, it's really easy. You can just pull on those thread, the upper and the left and right needle thread, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to pull on it back here too. As you can see, it's sticking straight up. And cut it. And then if you pull on it, it should come right out. Don't come off. And then now the second one. It's being stubborn. Now your thread, if both of them came out, which that one didn't all the way, should come right off your serger thread. So there we are. And now we have our open seam right there. All right, once that seam is open, we're gonna grab the pockets and we're going to attach them to the dress, to the side of the dress first. So I'll have one side of the pocket to the right side of my dress. So I opened it, that's the right side of my dress. And I'm gonna put one pocket in there. Now remember, the pocket has to be facing down. And I'm going to pin it, and then I'm gonna go over to my sewing machine or my serger. It's up to you if you wanna sew it on or serge it on. And we're gonna sew that onto that one piece, and then on the other side, the right side of it, we're gonna sew the other pocket side, because you have two pocket sides. You have the front and the back of the pocket. And we're gonna attach it again to the side of the dress. You want to make sure that you keep the same seam allowance that you had on your dress on the rest of the dress. So that's a 1/4 inch seam allowance for me. All right, now these are attached, as you can see. Now, if you are using a woven, you can go ahead and steam that down and top stitch the pocket. You can also do that with a knit, but I don't like to do it as much because then there is a chance that your machine might act up or whatever, but it's up to you if you want to top stitch it. Top stitch it so that it sits straight, but I don't usually seem to have an issue with not top stitching my knit pockets. So I'm going to face them now, my pockets right sides together, on top of each other, and I'm going to pin, also pinning down where I stopped right here and where I started. So I started right here, I stopped right here, so I can meet up with my seam allowance, and I'm going to sew all the way around, closing that pocket together, basically. So I'm going to start right up here, and you can either do your sewing machine again, or you can do your serger. I'm just going to go with my sewing machine just because I think it's a little bit easier to do with your sewing machine. But if you're going to do your serger, what I like to do is I start and then I kind of pull my pocket taut to make it straight as I'm sewing through that corner, and then do the same at the bottom. But anyway, I'm going to go down and right here take a turn and go all the way around the pocket and go up and come to the top, and then take a turn and go and meet my seam allowance at the bottom. All right, now it's been sewn all the way around, and I know you're probably thinking we have a whole bunch other stuff to do, but no, we don't. We are finished. Our pocket has been sewn to the side of our dress. Let me put the dress on and then I'll show you just how it ends up. All right, friends, we are done. And just like that, I have a pocket now. How cool is that? Was that not the easiest thing you ever did? Like, you thought it was gonna be super hard, but it was actually super easy. And you can't even tell there's a pocket there. I love that. Now, I'm gonna go and sew on my other pocket. You go grab all your dresses out of your closet and sew your own pockets. And let me know if you have any questions. Comment, like, share, subscribe if you haven't, so you never miss any of our tip videos or any of our pattern sewing tutorials or anything like that. And then come find us on Facebook and Instagram, where we have some great groups where you can be inspired by other sewists and you can come and show off your makes and inspire us with your awesome sews. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all next time.